don't tell my mother that when she asks, "You don't keep things from me," I lie and say, like good daughters should, "Of course not." Because my mother's version of "you can talk to me about anything" is watching the movie screen of my face and digging any plot holes she finds deeper until I fall in, until I'm trapped and have to rely on her for the rope ladder to get me out, the one whose every rung reads "Don't keep secrets slipped up your sleeves. You use your arms too much for them to not fall out." But I don't tell my mother a lot of things. I don't tell her how I used to keep eraser shavings in a box to feed the tiny invisible people living on classroom floors. The parent translator would only hear that I'm not paying attention in class, rather than my imagination proved more challenging than the lessons. I don't tell her that whenever I went to my friend's house, her parents were never there. That lack of supervision will always be more important than the taste of trust I felt blossoming in my mouth that made me go back every Saturday like an addict. I don't tell my mother I write poetry about her. She feels she has the right to my life's every detail. I don't agree that having nothing to hide means I should share it all, and I unquestionably don't tell my mother I'm asexual. I don't tell her in the moments when it could easily be woven into the tapestry of our discussions. She constantly tugs on the thread that leads to grandchildren. No matter how I try and sever it at the seams, it's easier to say I don't like kids than it is to explain the act that creates them, since needles piercing in and out of my skin. I don't tell her that the idea of someone else's heat pressed down on me, against me, in me is repulsive enough in theory. I don't need to meet it in practice. I don't tell her why I don't have a boyfriend when she asks during a movie. I don't tell her it's for the same reason she's reminded to question me on it now while sex is happening on screen. I don't tell her every boy has wanted my soul and my body, but I can only ever give him one. I don't tell her that's never enough. I don't tell her that I wish she knew the scientific term asexual. If she accused me of identifying with self-multiplying bacteria, I could say she's right. I don't tell her that I don't know any other means of being with someone than dividing myself up into identical versions and offering them instead, hoping it's satisfactory. I don't tell her I piece together my best self and send it away over and over again. I don't tell her I sacrifice the parts of me I can for the parts I won't. And I don't tell her that not telling her hurts. Because who do I go to if not my mother for solace? Who whispers affirmations that I can be a woman without a child? Who promises love is more than physical passion? Who will keep me from disintegrating into nothing once I've split too many times and given away all that is left of me? But I don't tell her that I'm taught to keep things from her, taught to keep the ace up my sleeve. I don't tell her that when our priest shouts any sexuality that's not straight is made by the devil, is sentenced to hell, that my jaw drops open to scream back, "I'm ace, bring it on." I don't tell her at the same time I'm praying for Mother Mary to give me the strength. I catch my own mother sitting silently, head nodding to the homily. I don't tell her the words get stuck in between my teeth. No, I don't tell my mother I'm asexual. But for some reason, I don't tell my dad either.